How to overcome consumerism. Imagine a gift that seems perfect at first. Everything you touch turns into gold. That was the power King Midas asked for. At first, it felt exciting. Golden flowers, golden chairs, golden clothes. But very quickly, he learned the truth. His food became solid, his water turned to metal. And when he reached out to hug his daughter, even she turned into a statue. Midas wanted more, and he got it. But he lost the things that made life worth living. Today, we don't have the Midas touch, but we have something similar. Limited editions, flash sales, new phone drops, and constant ads promising happiness if we buy just one more thing. Let's break down why consumerism feels so tempting, how it affects our minds, and the simple steps that help us break free. 1. What the Midas story teaches us. Midas' real problem wasn't gold, it was the belief that more would fix everything. Modern science explains why that belief is so strong. When we buy something new, the brain releases dopamine, the same chemical that encourages learning and motivation. It gives us a quick burst of excitement, but the feeling fades fast. That's why we keep chasing the next thing. The Midas story shows a simple truth. When desire becomes the center of life, real joy disappears. Gold replaces connection. Objects replace people. Excitement replaces meaning. 2. Why consumerism feels so powerful. Greed isn't about money. It's the idea that owning more makes you more valuable. It shows up as feeling unhappy with what we already have, comparing our lives to others, buying for status instead of purpose. Researchers call this the hedonic treadmill. No matter how much we buy, our happiness returns to the same level. So, we keep running, but we never arrive. This happens because our brains evolved to gather resources to survive. Today, companies use that instinct. They attach products to identity, beauty, status, success, confidence, so we feel incomplete without the next purchase. The result? A short burst of pleasure, followed by the same emptiness that leads us right back to consuming again. 3. How modern culture trains us to consume. A phone is no longer a tool, it's a symbol. A sneaker is no longer footwear, it's a message. About status. Homes, clothes, even water bottles can become identity signals. Studies show that people often buy brands to express personality or to fit in socially. Social media makes the cycle even stronger. Every scroll shows perfect rooms, perfect outfits, and perfect lives carefully staged and edited. Companies use this to build a loop in our brain. Desire gives purchase, gives short relief, gives desire again. Even green or eco-friendly products can become part of the same cycle when the focus becomes image rather than purpose. Neurologically, this loop looks very similar to habit-based addiction, a quick reward followed by a fast drop. How to overcome consumerism, practical steps that work. Now let's break the cycle with simple, real-life habits. Step 1. Pause before you buy. Ask yourself, do I need this or just want it? Wait 24 to 48 hours before purchasing. Notice emotional triggers, stress, boredom, loneliness. Replace the urge with something healthy: a walk, drawing, reading, calling a friend. Use what you already own. Why this works? That pause gives your brain time to calm the dopamine spikes. Research shows that mindful decision-making reduces impulsive buying and increases long-term satisfaction. Step 2. Reduce your exposure to ads. And subscribe from story mails. Unfollow shopping accounts. Turn off push notifications. Use ad blockers when possible. Why this works? Fewer reminders mean fewer urges. When your brain stops getting constant cues, cravings naturally weaken. Step 3. Choose experiences over objects. Spend money on learning, activities, or time with people. Borrow or buy secondhand when possible. Declutter your space so your environment matches the life you want. Build happiness through nature, conversation, creativity, and curiosity. Why this works? Experiences create memories, stories, and identity. Studies show they provide longer-lasting happiness than objects because they connect to who you are, not what you own. 5. The real lesson from Midas. Midas didn't need to give up everything, he simply needed to remember what mattered most. The same is true today. Overcoming consumerism isn't about rejecting all goods. It's about noticing when buying becomes a replacement for meaning. Before your next must-buy moment, pause and ask, is this bringing real value into my life, or is it just another illusion of happiness? That one question can completely shift the pattern. 6. Small steps stop the buy refill cycle. What is one thing you often buy out of habit? Share it in the comments so others can relate. If you found this helpful, subscribe for more research-based guides on psychology and lifestyle. And let's keep learning how to live with clarity instead of clutter.